Hello and welcome everyone, Benjamin Carano here, and in today's video I'm going to be installing my Fox 36 front forks onto the titanium frame. This is officially part 4 of my custom mountain bike build series if you are watching in order. If you remember from part 3 we installed the bottom bracket, so today we'll be installing the forks. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so starting off with all of the parts we'll need, you'll obviously need the frame, and my frame has the headset cups already pressed. This is the tapered headset, which is very common on most mountain bikes, the 1.5 to 1 1/8 inch steerer tube. So I already have the cups pressed at a bike shop. They have the proper tools and they're able to get that done cheap, affordably, and good quality compared to me just trying to mess around with it at home. Definitely have the right tools to press in your headset and or the bottom bracket. But if you remember in the last video, we installed the bottom bracket. Ours is a threaded bottom bracket. So most headsets, in fact almost all headsets, are press fit for mountain bikes, so do have those already pressed in. And then you'll obviously need the rest of your headset, which is just the bearings, the steer tube cap, and the crown race here. You'll need some steer tube spacers here. And these are just carbon fiber pack of all different sizes that I ordered on Amazon, nothing too special. Obviously you need the front fork here with the 1.5 to 1 1/8 inch steer tube taper. And if your fork is straight out of the box, you'll know in the first video I mentioned I got this fork used from a friend, so it's already cut down to length and it already has the little star nut down in there, which is already pressed. But if you don't have the little star nut and if your tube isn't already cut to length, you'll need to watch some other videos on how to do that. And it's not too hard, but it is there is a specific way that you press this little star nut here and cut the tube to length. So I don't have to worry about that, but make sure you find out how to do that if you are buying your front fork brand new. You'll also need the stem here, and for me I'm just using the Husfelt stem. It's a very beefy, very high quality stem that I really like. Make sure it fits the 1 1/8 inch and make sure it fits the handlebars that you have. So that's pretty much it for parts. And then for additional resources and tools, probably a roll of paper towels to clean up any grease or whatever. You'll want a little bit of grease. I know we're installing this brand new, so we won't need much, but just to grease things up, because it not only acts as a lubricant, but also dirt barrier and water barrier to just make sure that everything stays clean. Allen head wrench, a hammer, and a little block of wood. Now, you might be thinking, what do we need the hammer and the block of wood for? Well, it's actually to press the crown race on here. So the crown race is this piece here. Some of them are split, some of them are solid. Mine happens to be solid, so it is going to be tougher to press on. But basically the crown race, if you can see, as we put it under, it's supposed to sit all the way flush with the top of the fork here, but it doesn't. We actually have to press that in. And ideally, you want a crown race press, which is like a tube that fits over here that you'll pound in with a hammer to kind of press that thing in. But we don't have those fancy tools. We're DIYing this at home, so the block of wood will basically sit around here, and we'll basically be pounding the crown race in from all sides, making a nice even press there. You'll want something very soft, such as wood or a PVC pipe that fits over this. Do not use a metal screwdriver or punch to try and get that on like some people have done in the past. That's just going to damage your crown race and potentially your forks, which are very nice and expensive, and I'm assuming you don't want it to do that. So using the proper tools, and if you don't have them, makeshift with something soft like a wood block or PVC pipe with the hammer. So with that said, let's install the headset, which primarily will be the crown race on here, and then we'll feed the steer tube up through this, seating the bearings in the cups here, and then put the spacers here, and then the stem. So starting off with the crown race here, we'll just take a little bit of grease, nothing too much, and just apply it on the inside here where it's going to be pressed, just to eliminate a ton of friction there. And again, you don't need much, but just a little bit to act as a slight barrier here. And now once that's done, I'm just gonna use the paper towel and wipe my finger off so I don't get other things greasy. And then we're gonna wanna slide it over the steer tube here. Now note, when you're sliding it over the steer tube, make sure to slide it on the right way, which in my case is this way. What I mean by the right way, don't slide it on the wrong way, because if you press it in the wrong way, that's going to be an absolute pain to take off and press in again. So make sure you're sliding it on the right way, and if you're unsure about how to slide it on, most of the headsets will actually come with an instructional sheet here that will show you the assembly of everything. And then if you're still not sure and you don't have instructions, then you'll want to take the bigger of the two bearings and basically fit it on so that the crown race sits really nicely into that bearing. And you'll know whether it sits nicely or not, because one of the sides sits much nicer into the bearing. So we're just going to slide it on like so, and then we're going to take the little block of wood and the hammer and evenly pound it on until it sits flush with the top of the fork there. Again, just going nice and slow to be sure that we're pressing everything very, very evenly. Now, once you've pressed it all the way on, just obviously give it a few more little taps just to make sure it is nice and flush all the way around. Make sure there's no gaps so that nothing shifts or seats in farther later on. And then obviously you can see there with the soft block of wood, this piece is not damaged, the rubber is still in fine shape, and it's obviously not ideal compared to having a tube that perfectly fits over it, but it definitely did the job well. So now that that's installed, we're just going to apply a little bit of grease here right to this rubber gasket, again just to act as a slight barrier for the bearing and to keep dirt out. Alright, so now that's done, we can go ahead and put the bearing over and then put it into the actual headset on the frame. Alright, so once the crown race is now onto the steer tube, we're going to take the bigger of the two bearings, and you'll notice that on the Cane Creek headsets, one side of the bearing has this little beveled, tapered edge here, and the other side is just straight. We're going to make sure the straight edge faces the bottom near the forks, and the beveled edge will face the inside of the frame. Once that's rested on there, we're just going to take the front forks and slide it right up through the frame, making sure that that bottom bearing there sits in the bottom cup. And then we're going to take the smaller of the two bearings here, and then again making sure that the beveled edge here is facing down and the straight edge is facing up toward the handlebars. Slide it right over, make sure it's fitting in that cup there, and then we're going to take the upper bearing cap here and then slide that down as well. And this has a little rubber seal on it to make sure no dirt gets in, so this will actually kind of squeeze down like that, so don't be afraid if that feels a bit hard to put down. And then make sure that's all the way pushed down, and honestly that's pretty much it to installing your headset. You can see now that everything turns nicely and is held in place for the time being, so that we can start putting the spacers on and then get the stem on and then clamp everything tight. Alright, so now we're going to take the stack of spacers and put them here before sliding the stem down over them. But the one thing you want to keep in mind is that, and this is also something to keep in mind before you cut the steer tube down to length, is that you actually want the stem to sit slightly higher than the actual top of the steer tube here, so you can see this slight recess there. That will help it so that when the steer tube cap goes on, everything will be able to actually tighten, and it's not going to basically have this sticking up and not actually tightening anything, because the stem actually gets tightened onto the steer tube here and compresses with the bearings in there before you actually tighten the side screws here of the stem. So keep that in mind when you're actually stacking up the spacers, is you don't want this top post to be even with the stem, you actually want it slightly down from the stem. I'd say no more than 1/8 of an inch-ish, but that should be fine. So I'm just going to begin stacking spacers until that stem, you can see I have to stack another one there. So what I'm going to end up doing is actually replacing these two with this bigger one and then stacking a smaller one there. Because the less spacers you use, the better off you're going to be, essentially. I mean, not really, but it's just nicer. So you can see there I have quite a big recess there. So I'm actually going to replace this one with a slightly smaller one. And that's why I recommend getting the full pack of all the different sizes, so that you actually have the options here to do whatever size you want. So I'm going to try this slightly smaller one there and see how that looks. So that looks pretty much perfect. Slightly recessed with two spacers on there. I'm definitely happy with that. So now we can go ahead and get the steer tube cap screwed into there. So for the steer tube cap here, we'll not need the star nut that came with the headset since we already have a star nut pressed down in there. And you can see here, this is a good demonstration, the steer tube cap has this little recessment here that sits inside the stem. That's why we don't want the steer tube post to be coming above the stem, so this can actually sit down in and still have more room to tighten down. So what we're gonna do is just stick this little Allen head bolt through the stem, or through the cap there, and begin just hand threading it into that star nut. And then we can go ahead and take the Allen wrench and finish the job here. Now just do it till it's snug. I'm not even gonna give it anything after it's just snug, so that this can still actually turn back and forth, and that these forks can still turn, and everything can adjust, because we'll never know the exact alignment of this stem here until we get the handlebars on as well as the front wheel in. So once we have the handlebars on and the front wheel in, it'll give us these nice two long lines of sight here to create our 90-degree angle much more accurately than we can do with it being super small here. So don't get super tight on anything until you actually get the wheel and the handlebars in. And once I get those in, I'll show you in that future video how we go ahead and tighten this and how we put the handlebars in properly. But for that said, that's it for this video. There is our headset and steer tube, front fork. Everything is pretty much installed as best as we can without actually having the front wheel or the handlebars in yet. And that is definitely starting to look pretty nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and comment any questions or comments you have. Subscribe, it really helps out the channel. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.